Well, a person sent me a beautiful email the other day, and welcome back. I'm Alan Masters, and I was reading it, and I thought, you know what, I gotta talk about this. So here I am again. This came from a person that said, check this out, and it starts with Romans 1, but it goes down along, and I highlight a little stuff, and I just want to just read this to you because it gets down to Romans 8. And there's a title there, The Gospel of Salvation. It starts out like this. It's Romans 8. First, I thank my God through Jesus Christ for you all, that your faith is spoken of throughout the whole world. Well, that's what we're doing right here. I mean, the beautiful thing about the digital world is that this can go far and wide. For God is my witness, whom I serve with my spirit in the gospel of his Son, that without ceasing I make mention of you always in my prayers. And I continued reading, and I thought to myself, you know what, it's always beautiful. The Bible and all these kinds of things are always beautiful, and they're uplifting. And then I was thinking about, how many people are kind of living in fear right now. And I thought, what causes fear? Every now and then, I'll get a little flash of fear, and it's horrible. It is horrible. I no more want to live in fear and experience fear than the man in the moon. I don't like fear because when I do experience it for just a second, it's horrible. So I realize, well, I'm blessed that I don't live in fear like a lot of people. But I think a lot of people live with fear. So I thought, well, what causes fear? Fear is the opposite of faith. Lack of faith causes fear. But then I read on and I saw some things and I went, wow, this we got to talk about. So this is Romans 29. Being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, unmerciful, who the knowing of judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do. And I thought, wow, so all those things, some people take pleasure in those things, but some people actually take pleasure in watching others do those things. Now, that's just a person that is embracing evil. I thought to myself, man, I'm so lucky. I'm so fortunate. I'm so blessed that I don't let all those thoughts into my head. I don't let all those emotions, those raw, animalistic things that come from hell, I don't let them in my head. I see them, I shine the light on them, and they disappear. There is no such thing as darkness. There's only the absence of light. And when you bring the light into you, there's an absence of light. And guess what? Whatever that darkness is, that's the absence of light, is gone. I guess I've used the word dissipates. I've said the evil just dissipated. But it was because it was the shining of the light from the soul within that made it dissipate. It made the darkness go away. And I thought, if I harbor judgment, harbor anger, contempt, jealousy, there's just so many words you can just add to that list. That was right out of Romans. And I thought, how do I make that kind of work in today's world? And it does. It works in today's world. I can see it on people's face. Somebody can walk in the door and you can see the anger that is like written on their face. You can see the fear Now, fear. So I said something about what causes fear. Fear is caused, I believe, first of all, by not having faith, not being obedient, not giving your heart, your mind, and your soul, and your love to your Creator, your Father in heaven, and His Son, Jesus Christ. Fear is because you are doubting or you are angry. So it can come in any one of the windows of your house, is kind of a good way. Fear is like a burglar. He's going to try and break in. He's going to try his best to open a window. He'll break a window if he has to, break the rules, make you sin. Sin, when you sin, is to miss the mark, as I've talked about a lot. The archer pulls back his arrow and he shoots. And if he shoots and he misses the mark in the archery world, he's sinned. So what does he do the next time? He takes his arrow out of his quiver, he puts it in, pulls back, he shoots again. This time he hits the bullseye because he gives it another try. He doesn't get angry at himself. Doesn't, and maybe he does a little bit. Oh, darn it. Well, I got to aim a little higher. I've got to aim my consciousness a little higher. Got to give credit to God. Got to ask Jesus to help you. None come unto the Father except through Him. For a long time, I was like, it's all right. I'll be okay. I'm a good guy. Oh, no. It doesn't work that way. You can't just skate through this thing called life, because at some point, tragedy happens and you go, what? Why me? Why did it happen to me? I'm the smart guy. I'm the brilliant guy. I'm the guy that is the lucky guy. I'm the guy that always wins, until you don't. You can't skate through life. You got to have that conversation. You got to have a personal relationship with your Creator. You've got to ask Jesus to help you, because of yourself you can do nothing. And I don't know. I guess we all get to this point, this tipping point in our lives. I talked about it on Monday's show. We're at the tipping point. America's at the tipping point. We may lose America. My father has been warning about this forever. But I've heard my father tell stories of people that were in the concentration camps, one guy in particular. Everybody was starving and looked like little skin and bones, and this guy kind of looked like a regular guy. And maybe it was because of how he was reacting. My father tells the story. They're like, how did you do this? How come you're not like skin and bones like everybody else? He says, I don't know. He says, I just wouldn't let them make me angry. He wouldn't react to the evil Nazi ways. He just forgave, I guess, overlooked. Didn't succumb to being angry, being hateful. He wouldn't allow his heart to go there. He always said, Father, help me, whatever it's going to be, whatever he did. But there is always an exception. If we were to lose our country completely, I could live here, not be hateful and angry about what's going on, see it for what it is, try my best to survive, having a good attitude, knowing that all things work together for good for those that love the Lord. So, am I worried that my state is a blue state, that I have a rotten governor that is mandating masks and mandating vaccinations and mandating everything? And I don't agree with a lot of that. So, no, she can do what she wants. If I have to, pack up my family and leave. If I have to. But I don't see that happening quite yet. But I'll just be open-minded and listen for my Father's directions in my heart, my Creator, my Savior. He'll show me what to do. But if I live all those things I just talked about, which, oh my gosh, unrighteousness, wickedness, fornication, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, which is an interesting one, deceit, malignity, whisperers. It's so interesting. This is right out of the Bible. Backbiters. It's just so interesting. Haters of God, despiteful, proud boasters, inventors of evil things. If we're living that life, if any one of those things is in me, then I'm sorry. I'm sorry to my Father in heaven. I need help. I need you to help me, Father. Show me what I should do. I'll back up. I'll watch it. I'll be objective to it. And you know what? I think shining the light on it, it can't exist. If I shine the light on it, the light itself, the light of the observation of it, and the embracing and being obedient to my Father in heaven will make it disappear, make it go away. But it's going to be trying to break in that window in the back bedroom of your house. It's going to try to come back in, and it will succeed, and you'll catch yourself again. Like the archer, you'll miss the mark again. You'll sin again, and you have to go, okay, I did it again. That was dumb. Father, help me. Show me. I want to continue on this journey. I feel like my whole life is a journey. It's a data capturing journey. And if I'm not capturing that data, trying to learn from my mistakes, then what am I doing? Doing that same thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome. So I don't know. I read that and I thought to myself, you know what? I know what fear is. Fear is just doubt. Fear is the opposite of faith. And I have so much faith at this point that I see it. It's like an arrow going by. I heard it go by, but it didn't hit me. It missed. And you can shoot as many arrows you want at me, devil. And they're just going to, and every now and then one will hit me and I'll go, ouch, what was that? How did that happen? I got angry. I reacted. I got judgmental. I was stupid. Pull it out, throw it away, continue on my way. This is a spiritual warfare that we're experiencing in this world right now. And so I think we've got to raise our consciousness up. Raise up your, when you're shooting the arrow and you need to hit the bullseye right in the eye, you got to really be conscious, really be still, and let go and hope you hit the bullseye right in the eye. All I can tell you is it's easy for me to say, just have faith. I know. I heard you think that. But all I can tell you is just have faith, because you got no other choice at this point. Haven't you tried everything else? Haven't you tried and tried and try and try and try and try? All the trying in the world isn't going to help you. All the things, all of the medicines, all of the different things you're going to try. At the end of the day, if you just allow yourself to love the Lord with all your heart, your mind, and your soul, your heart, your mind, and your soul, and know that He created all the heavens and the earth. I mean, if He can do that, can't He save you? Yeah, He can save you. So what do you got to lose but your soul? All right. I don't know. I'm just wanting to understand myself a little better, and I also want to understand you a little bit better. So part of what I'm doing, by the way, is trying to create something called the Legacy Series, and I want to show you something that I'm doing. My dad in 1965, Roy Masters, he wrote a small book, and it's called How to Be at Peace with Your Problems. And here is what we're going to use for the new cover. This is part of the Legacy Series. It's really interesting. How can you be at peace with your problems? Well, this will be reprinted and you'll find out by reading this. He was about 38 years old, 1965. So it's only, I don't know, 50 or so, 60 pages, whatever it is. But even the title, How to Be at Peace with Your Problems, my dad was always making you think, really putting something in front of you. Well, how can I be at peace with my problems? Because we're always going to have problems. We're always going to have problems. But if you give them over to God, then you can be at peace. So this book kind of explains it. It's just a little thin little book. So let me know what you think of this cover. Does it look kind of like big lion and a guy's fighting his problems, the lion? Does it do anything for you? Is it kind of like, no, that's too intense? Because I'm getting all kinds of opinions. I'd love to hear yours. You can send me an email. Let me know what you think. My email is alan@fhu.com. And another thing I want to tell you about is that the seminar we're doing, we're altering things as we go because problems, right? So as soon as they made the vaccine FDA approved, it creates all kinds of ripple effect of people traveling and doing this, that, and the other. People that don't want to get vaccinated. For me, one, I don't want to get vaccinated. I had COVID. I have the antibodies, so I feel pretty safe. But you know what? If I get sick again, maybe I'll have to get sick again. Maybe I'll need to learn something. But what we're going to do is we're going to continue forward with October 21 through 24. And my feeling is it will probably have just a small group of people. Let us know if it's something you're interested in attending, because if you want to come, we do want to have some folks there, but we're also going to make it available through a digital live stream and or archived for a price as well. So it takes people to do all this, and but we're heading that way. We're heading that way because we feel like live interaction, communicating face-to-face, helping people with their problems. We need to get back to that. We've had some fun, David and I, doing the radio show, but I think we're going to also start moving that in a new direction as well. Because the news, you just can't trust the news. So we're going to do a little bit of news, and then we're going to try and do some live call-ins, and we're going to try and do a lot of different things moving forward because we just cannot stagnate. They want the world, they being the left, wants the world to sit and rot, and we will not. So if you want to be a part of that, great. We'll have this legacy series coming out very soon. We have a number of different books that haven't seen the light of day for many years, and we think it's going to be fun. So we appreciate your contributions. And if you want to make a contribution and write on their legacy series, then we'll make sure that the money goes right to helping that grow. Because we know that my dad, our friend Roy Masters, and your friend, and they call him Papa Roy, Uncle Roy, lots of different names. He brought something to the world that is needed right now. So you'll be seeing more of me too. Thanks for watching. I'll be back this weekend again for another Sunday conversation. You can hear us on the radio and visit our website, fhu.com. Thanks. See you next time.